What gets easier as you get older? In my experience, caring less what others think of me. Granted, I still care, not doing so would be unnatural. But compared to high school, my self-esteem is very high. Edit. Thank you for the gold. It's my first one. Making decisions as you get a lot of experience by doing mistakes in your early life. Groaning. It doesn't even really hurt to get up, but the older I get the more I like groaning about it. It's the dad noise. You bend to pick something up, you give a little grunt. Get out of the chair, you give a little grunt. I think it's hardwired into our DNA. Gaining weight, IQ, and your accuracy. Letting things go. When I was in my teens and early 20s, I would die on every single hill. I'm only in my 30s, but still I look back at myself and wonder how I ever had the energy to be so pedantic and argumentative. Post-alcohol hangover avoidance game. Now that I'm in my 30s and wiser, whenever I drink, however drunk I am, I religiously drink 2 liters of water before bed and wake up with a mild hangover or fresh as a daisy. Doesn't everyone? Just me? Okay then.
Want to know a surefire hangover cure? Never stop drinking.
Realizing that fun choices are rarely the best. Understanding my parents and why they did the things they did when they raised me. When you're a kid growing up, you sometimes think that you know best and know more than what they do, but as I've gotten older I understand why they did some of the things they did. I don't agree with everything, and sometimes they were wrong, but now I get why they went that route or made those decisions, especially after having adult conversations with them and hearing their explanations as to why they did those things. My father and I always used to fight all the time and did not have a good relationship at all, but now as I've grown up and experienced the things I have, along with conversing with him, we have an amazing relationship. Sleeping. Definitely, I couldn't even sleep anywhere apart from my bed before I was 40. I love sleeping on my chair in front of the TV now. Old guy skills.
Granddad! I thought you died. You son of a...
The older I get, the more willing I'm to look ugly in public. Yes, those are my fuzzy slippers. No, I don't give a ruck. For me personally, taking care of my health over work. I used to go to work no matter what. I went 17 years having never had a day off sick, even though in that time I had some terrible illnesses. But I was worried about looking weak. Now, if I need time off due to health, I damn well take it. Me and my family come well before my work. Finding gray hairs. 9 out of 10 bald people disagree. Reaching the kitchen cabinets. But then it gets harder again. Appreciating people. When you get older, you drop the selfishness and value people more for who they are instead of for what you can get out of them. At least that happened for me. Eating without effort. It's good to know I have so much to look forward to. Renting a car, if you decide to fly somewhere. Also getting cheap car insurance. Accidentally sitting on your balls. Eating in different places. I would never take a dump when I was in high school, but I do it every day now at uni. Not feeling socially awkward, even when a situation feels a little uncomfortable. I don't know, I just shrug my shoulders and say what do ya do whenever I have a less than seamless encounter with another person. Back in the day, this kind of stuff would have haunted me. Ironically, the only memories that make me cringe are the ones that happened to me in high school and my early 20s. Waiting. An hour used to feel like an eternity. Now it feels like a sneeze. Probably to do with smartphones being around now also though. No more staring at a wall for an hour at the DMV. Now I can stare into my phone at the DMV and will be annoyed when they call my number. Getting taken seriously. Even a few years makes a huge difference. In some of my college courses, I'm the youngest student. When I say something constructive to the discussion, I get waved off. When someone else who spent 3 years relaxing and slacking off gives an answer that doesn't even fit the theme, they get unearned attention that could have gone to younger peers who are actually constructively participating. I found that the older I get, the more zen I become. In my 20s every little thing would get my panties in a wad. These days I have entered my late 30s. I don't sweat the small things. Saying no, no longer feeling a need to please people makes it so easier to care for and about myself. Telling people no for any reason doesn't even involve anxiety or anything of the sort anymore. Not caring what others think. Also not caring about having hip and fun Saturday nights. Young me would die if I had a weekend night where I didn't go out to bars or clubs. Now, nearing 40 me doesn't care if I have boring Saturday nights anymore. Ditching toxic people as soon as the smallest red flag pops up. Realizing what friendships and relationships are worth keeping. Admitting what I like. Probably not a huge deal, but I love cartoons and animation far more than most live action movies and series. A high school me would never admit how much I loved Pokemon, Sailor Moon and Bugs Bunny. But now I have access to Paprika, Gravity Falls and Avatar. To get uppy. When I was young it was so hard to get some, even though I'm on the good looking side of the spectrum. Now I'm on my 30s, looking kinda chubby, and it's so easy. Never give up bro, once you get the hang of it they're all yours. Knowing your physical limits. I used to think, oh yeah I can do that, and now, yeah, that seems like an expensive medical bill waiting to happen. First and foremost, living a drama-free life. When you're young, drama seems to be around every corner, like a heat-seeking missile. Accepting yourself and not caring what people think of me. I've discovered what real friends are. I'm more comfortable saying what I think and asking for what I want. I know clearly enough, as much as possible, who I am and what makes me tick the best. I have grown less tolerant of nonsense and I move on from it. Dealing with disappointments and setbacks. So many things that seemed to be disasters in the past turned out to be nothing, and in some cases, they were actually good, like losing a job, but then going on to a better one. I've learned from that, and take it more lightly when things don't go my way. Musical ability, but only because of years of practice. I had this thought that, if people are to be compensated for their work according to how much work they put into gaining the skills needed, concert classical musicians would make more than doctors. Impulse control, with and without willpower. I'm 39 years old. I can work long shifts with a man, who I have a crush on, and not flirt with him, because I'm committed to my husband and actually love him, which is not as intense, but way more fun and supportive than a fleeting attraction. That's impulse control with willpower, resisting an urge. I know not to buy ice cream for myself to have around the house, or I will eat it all, and buy more, and put on weight that I don't need. That's impulse control without willpower. Just remove the temptation. Super easy. Finding the willpower to do stuff, to start that workout or chore, is still hard though. At 60, it's patience and forgiveness that are getting easier. I was so impatient and hot-headed. I was kind of paranoid at times too. Now, I'm still no damn saint, but I can see more good in people and advance their interests so they can have the career I've had. Knowing I can trust myself in most situations in regards to dealing with situations or people. I'm much more comfortable with myself than I was, say, in high school and college. And though I have a long way to go in my career, probably due to having low confidence earlier on, I feel better about the future. Acknowledging my emotions. When I was younger I did things that I was not proud of, but I wasn't sure why. I just did it without thinking too much of it. I've become more aware of mental health in the recent years. When I think back of it, I come to understand my habits of suppressing my emotions. In my experience, becoming more independent. Technically under the law, until I was 18, I could not do much, and I didn't have a car or much money. Today, things are still hard, but now I have more control over my choices in my life, rather than someone else making it for me, and I'm happy with my choices. Thanks for watching. What's gotten easier for you the older you've become? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe for more.